here. So as soon you pass the parameter, it goes to this particular parameter. So now this is now overloaded parameter. So now immediately this will go to this particular constructor, and first it will execute that A in Java. This will be printed, and secondly, now this statement B in Java would be executed. Right? So now this particular super keyword depends upon, if you don't given anything, it will go to the default. If you given parameterized, it will go to this. Very simple. Very simple it will go. So if you define or not define, there would be an invisible power, which is super. So by default, it will call these particular constructors. So now if you wanted to explicitly call a particular constructor, you need to give that particular respective parameters. According to that particular respective parameters, it will call the respective thing. It is pretty simple, right? Till here, everyone understood? Actually, this is what yesterday we given the session. Why I'm recapping this one is, I know that it slightly confuses you, but this is really important in terms of calling these particular constructors with the help of this super. Now we are going to talk about this also, but before going to this is what you need to understand. So now what it is happen is, so I can call whatever the parent class constructors, either this constructor or this constructor. I have the choice of calling which constructor I wanted to call. Now I understand with the super keyword. Got it? Any questions? Just we have been talked about now super constructor. So how to call the parent class constructors means, if I have 10 to 30 constructors, I can choose which constructor I should call. So those all informations we can do it with the super constructor. Any questions? Are we clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, see what I'm trying to do. I'm able to call this particular constructor, and this particular constructor also, as I'm creating this particular object, I'm able to call this particular constructor. Now, can I call this constructor? Means, see, always you need to remember one thing. Super and this relevance to object. This is a thumb rule. This is, if you, when you talk about this refers to the current class. Super represents to the parent class.
Immediate parent.
Immediate parent class. So this refers to the current, and super represents to the parent class. But super and then this refers or revolves around the object. Now you see it here. I wanted to call this particular constructor. Now, if it is a parent class, what I have did, I given super. If I wanted to call this particular constructor, now what I need to do, just I need to give this constructor, this like this. Now what it happen is, for this, but this will execute as soon as it comes to, when I created with this particular Java, first it will come to here, it goes to this, then it will execute this particular statement, this particular constructor, and then it will come and execute this constructor. So now if you see here, when we're talking about the super, we always talked about the parent class. Hey, which means parent class, which constructor I need to call? I have constructor 1, C1, C2. These are the constructors, right? If I wanted to call constructor 1, I can call. Constructor 2, I can call. If I have constructor 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever the constructor I wanted, I can call from this super. But now, if I wanted to call the same class, current class constructors, I should have also have the option, right? So with this, we will call the, with this, we will be calling the current class constructors. Now it is pretty simple, right? If you wanted to call the parent class constructors, you'll be using the super constructor. If you wanted to call the current class constructors, you'll be using this. Okay. Now you have 5 minutes of time. Implement this, and then show it to me. And this is pretty simple. And this is very simple if you understand this one. So now you can create two, three, a couple of constructors here, and you create couple of constructors here. Now with a super, how you are calling them, and then with this, how you are calling them. So now theoretically we have been discussed, right? Practically we will see it in your thing, and then we'll go. So here we have been discussed about the super and this. Actually, is this is keywords?
No, sir.
We told that keywords, right?
This is
See,
We have
now,
parenthesis method.
now this is these are, see, now if you have been, I don't know whether it means if you have been seen it multiple times, I say that super constructors, it means it is like a method. See, even constructor is also a method, right? But we need to discuss about the keywords, which is super and this. See, now super and this will help to access your instant members. Instant members means, what is instance members?
Non-static member.
Huh?
Sir, instance member means the method variables constructor inside a class. Am I right?
See, we will be having static variables, non-static variables, instance variables. Where static will be stored?
Permanent generator memory.
Permanent generator.
Non-static variables will store.
Non-static. No, static.
Huh?
Stack memory.
And where these instance variables will be stored?
Heap
Heap.
memory. Heap memory, sir.
Where objects store?
Heap memory.
Heap.
Memory.
Now, what is this instance variables or instance members?
Variables that object.
The variables and methods of this particular object is called instance variables and instance methods, right? Why you were forgetting about this? Means before the completion of this one, you will complete manual test. Means you'll forget manual testing, and if I go for test engine, you'll completely forget the Java. See, this concept is, once again I'm saying it, right? Super and this, it talks about the parent class and child class. Now if I wanted to access the parent class methods or child class methods or variables, the instance variables, so then we'll be using with this particular super and then this keyword. See, there is difference between super versus super, this versus this. So now we discuss now these two. So now with the help of these particular things, what you are trying to do, I can call the respective constructors, whichever the constructors which I wanted to call, I can call from my parent class, and I can call my respective constructors from my child class. So these are the things which I have been understood. Now what is this is what the next follow-up session. But first of all, you need to understand the difference. There are two different things. So we discussed yesterday this, and today we discussed this, and we wanted to know about these things also. I'm not giving the too much of information, but these are really very important and the basic way for any particular questions who have the basic knowledge on the OOPS. They will be definitely asking these particular differences. I told you, right? Throwable, throws, finally, finalize, super constructor, constructor methods, and then super keywords. So these are the basic differences they will be asking for us. So that's the reason I'm asking you to learn about it. Okay, first you implement this and then show it to me. So I need to have a couple of constructors, 2 to 3 constructors in the parent class, 2 to 3 methods in child class. Call parent class methods and parent class constructors and child class constructors. Do it immediately. Okay, done. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Swapna, share the screen.
Yes, sir. Sharing. Is it visible, sir?
Loading. Yes, I'm able to see now.
This is parent class, sir.
Maximize
And
and
here.
then first format. Control A, Control Shift F. See, always format gives the readability of the code. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z.
Yes, sir, I did, but it's not coming.
Do Control Z for multiple times. Now Control A. Control Shift F.
Done, sir.
It's not done. Oh, yeah. Maximize the screen. Okay. So now if you see here, we created first this and
Parent
second.
class.
This
Huh.
is the first class, and then this is the second class.
Second class. Huh. Extended first this.
And see, now you should keep this public static running also. Okay, fine. You kept it in the child class itself.
I
Okay,
kept it in
fine.
child.
So now you created two constructors and
One is
two
debug,
constructor
like
here.
one is, huh.
So now
First here I called a parameterized constructor. In this I used this, and second default constructor I used super.
comment line number 28 and then execute 27. Console. It is not going to this class. Re-execute this. Okay, keep the debugging pointer. Line number 27, debug the code.
I think she has to change the run configuration.
No. So she has been called multiple things, so that's the reason she's doing right. So anyways, we can do the debugging, right? Do the debugging. So now what you're doing?
No, debugging I tried, sir, but here step over is not activating.
First you start the execution. No, that is normal run, debug run. See, beside the play
Sir.
button, you're. Huh?
No, sir, I selected here. Here I get a debug point, and here debug I did. Okay.
So now, when you're doing
Yes, sir.
that, you need to run debug run, not normal run. You're not running normal run. You kept the debug pointer and do the normal run. There is a beside the play button, you see that particular bug, right?
That one only I clicked it, sir. Here, right side corner, debug.
Okay, Vinith, share the screen. Stop sharing.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes. Do the debugging.
Yes.
Keep the pointer at 15.
So now,
So now first, this is coming to this. See, Swapna, you need to see that this is normal play button. On the top, you just hover on that one, Vinod.
Okay, sir.
So now
this one.
beside that one, there is a bug. Beside there is a bug. So now that is what the debugger runner. You need to click this particular debugger runner so that this will open this particular window. You are
Yes,
clicking
sir.
that play button. That's the reason it is not having it. You need to keep a debugger pointer. You need to click the debugger runner, and then you need to see that particular once this particular thing is highlighted, then this step in and step
Okay,
over
sir.
would be highlighted. Start doing run that one.
Okay, sir.
So it's already coming here in console. No argument constructor. First, it will
It
go
is
here. There.
completed. The execution is completed. Now once again you run
Yes.
it.
Okay. So now the pointer in this line,
Yes.
sir.
So now the
Okay.
pointer it comes into this one. That's where it would be showing in the green color.
Yes.
So now from here, now we wanted to go for step into. So now you can go into that particular arrow mark, or you can use the F5 to get into that.
F5.
So click on that. So now click on it. So now it will go to this particular this. So now as this is this, now it will go for, now you click F5. Now it goes to this keyword, this constructor. And now you click, yes, step into F5.
Yes, sir. I'm doing. Sir.
Now we click F6. Come out of from this. As this is a parent, now, okay, why it went into this one? Any answer?
Because
Huh?
why, sir? That's inside the method, sir. Because this keyword is a constructor. There is this is also a method. So it's
Okay, but
going to,
why it went to another means you seen from the one particular constructor and you came back, right? What is that constructor? Which class it opened?
one more time, sir.
On the screen you are seeing it, right? This keyword
Yes,
dot
sir.
Java. Beside that one, what class is that? You know, on top of this, you are seeing beside this keyword Java, you are seeing that one another class.
Yes, sir.
It went to object class. Why it went to object class?
Because object class is a parent class for all the class.
Why it went there?
So that is method. So when we are giving the F5,
Vinod,
it's going to.
relax.
Sorry.
Think.
Okay.
Think and answer. See, my
Okay,
question is very simple. Now, when you go for this particular this constructor, this keyword constructor, it
This
went to
one, sir.
object class. Yes. From here, it went to that particular object class, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why?
Because we are using this one. This
Boss,
keyboard, sir.
answer it. Understand this one. So now, when it is this, it come to this particular constructor. Means now when it encountered with the line number 9, it went to line number 5, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, but from when you entered into this one, from 5
This
to
keyboard.
6, it
Okay,
went
sir.
to object class. Why? Okay, anyone else?
There is a invisible super, sir, which we didn't have, but default there is a super. That's why it went to this super class.
That's simple, right? There would be invisible super. So super means what is a super class for this particular this class? Always object class is a super class. Now it went to that particular constructor. Go to that particular object class. Click on that object class.
Wait.
It went to this particular constructor. Yesterday we discussed, right? For every class there would be an invisible super in every constructor. Now what it happened is go to this in this particular this keyword class. So when you go for the line number in the 5 to execute that constructor, it by default it called the super class method, which is object, so that it went to the object constructor there. Now it comes back here and then it executes this. Now you click F6. So it prints that particular thing in the console and it came out. Now, once again, it comes, this executed that line number 9 and it executed line number 10 now, and then the execution is completed. So this is how this will jump. Now, for an example, now you can create one more constructor.
Yes, sir.
With the 2 integers.
Yes, sir.
Just copy paste and then give 2 integers. Now, I wanted to go for this particular constructor, terminate. Click the red color button in the bottom. Stop button. In console top or on the menu.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh. So now I wanted to go for it to print the constructors, const2, and then parameterized constructor. This is what the 2 things it need to be executed. What you need to do?
Just here I will change, give the one more parameter. So,
boss, I don't want it to change there. Then understand the question, Vinod, once again.
Yeah. Okay, sir. I need to give this keyword.
See, output I wanted it as const2 and parameterized constructor. What I should do? I'll not change my main method statement.
Okay.
Then how it will be printed? Will it work? Will you call method like this? Methods you'll call with the method parameters or with the declaration you'll be calling it.
Okay.
Execute the program. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, question. See, now it is simple. So now I wanted to create, we created another constructor. I just wanted to call that constructor plus this constructor. So now what I did, I just called that particular parameterized constructor so that it called it. Very simple. Any questions here? Okay. Can I call multiple constructors?
Yes, sir.
Keep that and try out and show it to me. After line number 9, keep this again. Keep the same thing, Vinod.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think my network is lagging, sir.
What it is throwing now?
Compile time error.
What is the error?
Constructor call must be the first statement in the constructor.
Now we got it. So we can call only one superclass and only one particular, either the superclass constructor or child class constructor. If I wanted to call this one in that way, so how I can get this? Now I wanted all these 3. How I'll get that? See, first thing, now you need to get the answer. From a single constructor, I can't call the multiple constructors. You got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Now, but I wanted all the 3 constructors. What I'll do? Simple.
We can keep this in
two of the constructors.
2 parameters.
In line number 7, you just use this again.
In line number 14, it may work, sir. That's the constructor chain.
Remove the line number 10 this. Go to line number 7
Here.
before the curly bracket. Here, before the curly bracket. Press enter. Now type this.
No, this keyword should be first statement in.
Okay,
See,
I'm sorry.
super
Yes,
or
yes.
It may
this,
work
it would be
from
first
14.
statement.
After six line. In 6 line, you write this.
But you are not understanding logic, Pranta. Now, first of all, you see the
We have to keep it at
debugging.
15.
Now, 22nd line is calling single parameterized constructor, which it is line number 10. Now, there you given the double parameterized constructor, so that it will go to the line number 15.
Yeah.
Now, if you given this there, how it will call that particular line number 5 constructor?
No, sir. After this, I will tell like inside that this we need to provide an argument, 1 or 2 something. I mean, write a parameterize this here with a single argument. Write this and provide number.
Any other answers?
So can we try this?
In the 16th line,
keyword
sir.
here.
Yes.
See the screen, guys. You guys are doing a trial and error. You are not understanding the concept. You are just blindly trying to keep it. See, it is very simple. This is class. Okay. Now, class A. Okay, let me keep it as a C, class C. And I'm creating 3 constructors. Constructor 1 with PV and this particular, okay, PC constructor on it, public constructor, no parameters. I'm saying that SYSO, I'll printing this C. Now, second constructor. Okay. Here I'm passing single parameter, int I. Now, SYSO, I'm saying that constructor 1. Constructor 3, public constructor. Here I have int I, int j. 2 constructors. Now I'm saying that SYSO, I'm saying that this is constructor 2. Okay. Now I'm creating an object for this. In public static void main, I'm creating C obj equal to new C. I created on this. Now you just understand that when I'm calling this one C constructor, first where it will go? It will go to the default constructor. Now here, if I'm giving this, okay, I need to give, if I given this particular parameter, so that I'll give single parameter, means single parameter I'm passing. If I pass it as 5, now what it will happen before executing this constructor? Okay, first it go to this one, it prints me C1 and C. Did you understand till here? C1 and C, because this is the first line of the statement. It comes to this constructor and it executes this statement, and then it will go and execute this statement. Understood?
Yes.
Sir.
Now I can call only one constructor. If I wanted to get the C2, what I need to do? In this particular constructor, this I need to come as this, and I need to pass 2, 5. So what it will happen now? What it will print first? What it will print first now?
First it will print C2, then C1, then C.
Now the logic is very simple. What it will happen? So from here, it comes to this particular constructor first. So from here, it comes to this particular constructor, and here it sees this. Now what it do? It will come to this constructor. Now here what it will do? Now here it will see this. Now it will go to this constructor. Now first it will execute C2. It is done. Now it comes to this constructor. Next C1. Next it will come to this constructor. Then it will see. So this is how this particular constructors can be called. Means you need to control your constructions, so constructors. You can call whatever the constructor you wanted by this using this particular this. That is a speciality of this. The same way, now this is in the child current class, right? Parent class controlling will be done by the super. This is how it will be done. Now you share the screen. Now you tell me in which line we need to keep this particular this keyword.
Line number 6, sir.
Line number 16.
In line number 16.
See, you that's the reason you debug the code and see and then understand. Now you're calling the parameterized constructor. Okay, you keep like a 3 constructors there. Now you're calling constructor 2. From constructor 2, where you are jumping?
Constructor
3 you are going.
Yeah,
Now from
yeah, yes.
3 you need to call constructor 1. That's it, right?
1. Okay. Got it, sir.
Friend, now got it? So first what it has been done? So first it went to the base constructor,
Yeah.
then it come to
Yes.
the 2 parameters constructor, then it will come to the normal constructor. That is how the 3 statements would be printed here. So that's how the constructors would be jump over, and which constructor you wanted to call, you can call it. And always remember the thumb lines and thumb rules here. Always the constructor can be called on the first line of the statement only, and we can call only one particular constructor, and you can choose what constructor you can call. So this is what the usage of this constructor and the super constructor. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Any questions? All clear? So work, because so this is the most important topic in terms of the interview point of view, especially from the super constructors and then these constructors. So how to call your only specific constructors and these things. That is where this will be used on it. Now, what I wanted to do is, okay, stop sharing the screen because I will complete this topic, or else this will take another day. So I'll take in a simpler format. I'll explain this. Now you implement this also, so that this is pretty simple to understand. Okay. Now what we have done is we have been seeing the calling of this super and this constructors. Now we wanted to do with the super and then this. Now these are called keywords. These are constructor methods. These both are constructor methods calling. If I
I'm
want
not
to
able
call
to
them,
see screen, sir.
okay, now you can see it, right? So now the super and these are helpful to call the constructors. What constructor you wanted to call from the parent class or from the child class, you can call this. A super and this is the keywords. What is the purpose of this particular keywords? Many of the people will be getting confused. This and this are same. Absolutely not. Can we keep super dot? No. This is a method. This is a constructor. You can't have this. But super dot, you can get it. This dot, you get it. For super, you'll not get this. This means this, if we have the braces, you'll not get here. Okay, keeping this in the mind. Now, what exactly this particular this and super? I'll explain you this so you can easily understand what is super also. Okay. Once again, here, what I need to do is I need to get the classes. Right now, I can say that now I have, okay, so class grandparent class. Okay, this is grandparent. In this particular grandparent, you can, means actually I have one method and one variable. I'll take only simple example. Okay, int. Okay, int. I'm declaring int age equal to 90, and public void method. Okay, see, always you remember that don't use static here. I'll talk about this one later. I'm purely talking about the non-static variables, non-static methods. So here you need to understand that these are instance. Okay, let me do one thing. So first you do it with the variable itself, then you'll understand with the methods. Now I have a class called grandparent. I have been defined with a one single variable. Clear? Now I created another class. Okay, another class, parent class. In this particular parent class, I have been defined this int age equal to 70. Now I just wanted to use this one, public static void main. In this particular method, I just wanted to print SYSO. Okay, if I'm printing this particular age, which age will come? And this, okay, let me put, okay, first you tell me, if I print this one, if I execute this one, what it will print me?
70.
70.
70, sir.
If I extends this, extends GP, what it prints?
70. 71.
Will it print 70?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So to get the, if I wanted to get the parent class, means if I wanted to get the parent class, then how? I want the output 90, then
Super dot age.
simple super dot age
Dot age.
dot age. That is what I'm saying. It's super dot age. If you wanted the current class variable, then what you'll do?
This dot age.
This dot age.
This dot age. Because see, it is, the concept is simple. In a parent class and a child class, if you have same variable, same method name, you can forget about the method, at least variables. So then how you need to call is with a super keyword and this keyword, you can call this and then you can execute it. So that this gives us, if I wanted the output as 90, then I'll be calling it as super dot age. And if I wanted to get the 70, I can call this one as direct 70 or age, or this dot age, it gives me the 70. Can you do this? Will it work? Okay, try out and then let me know. Do this and let me know. Implement it. There is a glitch here, but still I'll see while you're implementing it how you do the implementation. I given already a clue, but I'll see how you will be doing it. Implement this quickly. Just three classes, means two classes, two variables, and one main method. Call it and then show it to me. Done.
Yes, sir.
Share the screen. Are you showing me A1 or which class you are trying to show it to me?
Sir, I'm calling B1. It is A1 the parent class and B1 the child class.
Okay.
And we are calling the B1 method, where we use this.cc. We are calling the current class instance. And here we use super.cc, where we calling the parent class instance. So here our output will be 2 and 1.
Where you are executing them? In the main, scroll down. This will confuse all the people. So I just asked you to create that classes and then show it. Anyone else created that? Anyone else created? Say yes, no, some answer, right?
Yes, sir. Can you?
Share the screen.
Sir, is it visible, sir?
Loading. Yeah.
Sir, actually, I had tried in main method directly, but it will not allowing in static methods. So that's why I call in separate method and that method.
So if you're calling that one directly, what it happened? See now,
No,
if you
sir,
print
in
that
static
line
method,
and
it will
12,
not.
11 and 12, if you're calling that, why it is not having it? Why? Can you print that? Means saying that 11 and 12, if you paste it directly into the main method, if you execute it, what it was happening?
Sir, it is not allowing static methods. So
See, now always you need to remember,
Not-
you can't say super
To
and
call
this.
in.
Super and this is a non-static references. So directly, can you call the static? See now, public. The main method is a public static method. So when you wanted to call the non-static methods, what you do? You create the object and you'll be calling it. Always you need to remember that super and this would be referred to the instance members. Means when you those are non-static variables. So that is the reason static will not be applicable over here. So that is the reason. So now what Sai has done is he created a method, non-static method. In the non-static method, he accessed those particular super and this. And then that method is called in the line number 19 so that it can be started on it. So now in the parent class, child class, so those will be called with this respective keywords as a super and this. So holistically, you need to remember one thumb rule. Super and this keywords will applicable only for instance member access only. Instance members means, what is this instance members?
with the reference of object.
Object reference. So now when we created an object, the variables and methods which it belongs to that particular object is called as instance objects and variables. Okay, so static variables can't be accessed with this super and this. So that is the reason you have to be very much cautious in this particular super this with the static. Any questions around this? So did you understand the last point which I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, once again, I'm trying to repeat this one for your clarity. See, if you see here, super constructor and this constructor will help you to call the constructors. In the parent class constructors, if I wanted to call, I'll use a super. Child class constructors, if I wanted to use, I'll use this constructor. Now I have super and this, which is a keywords. Now these keywords, it can be helpful to access only instance variables. Instance variables or instance members means, what is instance members? When I created an object, so if I'm accessing means via this particular objects, so those are instant variables and then methods. So hope you remember, right? So non-static variable stores in the stack memory, and instance variables would be stored in the heap memory. Objects would be stored in the heap memory. Now, so accessing this particular instance variables would be done by the super and this. If it is a parent class instance variables, it can be called with this super, and the current existing class variables, if we wanted to access, this would be used by the this. So this is the purpose of super and this keywords, and this is the purpose of this particular constructors. Okay. I know that it would be too much overloaded because we talked about 4 different topics, but it is completely interrelated, so that we wanted to talk about this one. Practice this well, and we'll keep posted on this one. And probably for this weekend, you'll not have the assessment because we do have a lot of interviews piled up for this weekend. So all the technical team is in the interviews. So probably you'll be having next Monday or Tuesday, in that duration, weekdays, you'll have that particular assessment. I'll keep you posted. So I'll talk to Pina and he will arrange you this particular assessment. But as of now, you can practice this particular things and show it on Monday, especially on super this. And actually there is another concept also into this one, but I don't want her to touch that. So getters and setters, setting that